we are continuing with our series of how we can do the thing. Sometimes we talk about doing the thing and we always tend not to do the thing. Definitely, because doing the thing takes a lot. And the last time we spoke about procrastinating. Procrastinating means saying that I'm going to do it next year, or I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it like next season, and your tomorrow never comes. We have been speaking about how we can overcome those attitudes and those things that keeps us always tied to not getting from where we are to where we want to get. And indeed, an elevator, it's a machine commonly known as a lifter, as most people knows that, and it lifts you from where you are to where you want to be. And we believe that in this show, this hour here, most especially this slot, it's meant to give you words which will help you lift you from where you are to where you want to be. And we already know that you have somewhere you want to be. So what next? You need just some good words to help you correct some ways and maybe give you some insights and maybe telling you the best way you can make this possible. That is what it means by elevator, lifting you from where you are to where you want to be. And we are right in time for one of our editions of this week. And this week's edition, we shall be tackling what we say the challenges of starting, or the challenges you get when you've started. I earlier read for you this. I remember by then we were with Rita and we were doing this show, or having this show together with Rita. We read for you an essay. An essay is a writing that narrates how things can be done, or maybe what could be happening. This essay comes in from Strength Loop. Strength Loop, it is titled, Do Your Thing. Guess what it says? It says that preparing to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Making a to-do list isn't doing the thing. Sparing time to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Telling people you are going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Informing or messaging people about how you are going to do the thing isn't doing the thing. Writing a plan, a tweet, or a concept proposal, or anything related to the plans of doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Now listen to this. Hating on yourself and the obstacles on the way of doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Today we are going to tackle that. Obstacles that you get on the way of doing the thing isn't doing the thing. We are going to talk about that shortly. And hating on others who have done the thing. That's why some people always keep hating people who have gotten something. Why? Because they feel like they have not gotten that thing yet they need it. So hating on those people who have got the thing isn't doing the thing. Speaking about the outcomes or the results you will get after doing the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading about how and about the people who have done the thing isn't doing the thing. Reading or telling this isn't doing the thing. And the only way to do the thing is doing the thing. So transforming. The only way to do the thing is doing the thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the last week we spoke about procrastinating. Actually, we started this series last month, and this month we shall be tackling about how we have now started doing the thing. But what next? Today, let's talk about this. There are obstacles that you're going to get when you start doing the thing. The question is, have you done the thing? If you haven't done the thing, what is that stopped you to do the thing? That is what we are going to be tackling. Maybe it is obstacles. Now, let's deal with those obstacles right now and right here. the obstacles on the way to doing the thing. You need, or you have already started doing the thing. You've started becoming who you want to be, but there are very many obstacles along the way. Remember, you have just started. It's like a baby has started to walk. But guess what? That baby goes through some challenges via that learning of walking. And guess what? Did you know that when a child cries, the child definitely gets the solution to what he or she could be crying over? That is exactly what it means by moving forward amidst all the challenges of starting. Now, you have not procrastinated. Thank you very much. The last week we spoke about that. And right now you have started, but some obstacles, some things not yet lined up, and you are getting challenges in doing that thing. Let's tackle this very well. Did you know that every time you start doing something, you will face different obstacles, from negative words to fear, to considerations, to roadblocks or setbacks, or even obstacles. You are going to be getting those things as you have started doing the thing. You had planned for this thing and you have started exactly. Did you know that everything in life begins with a challenge? Did you know about that? You didn't start because of what you didn't have. You didn't start because you didn't realize yet. As someone one time stated, that failures could be of two kinds. It could be those who have planned and they never did it, or those who did it and never planned it. Two categories of failing in something. But let's talk about, you have already started. You planned to start it. Okay? But now the obstacles comes along the way. The fruits of everything in life, good or worth or better in life, starts with a challenge. And you're not going to run away from those challenges. Guess what? The next thing you should or must expect is that you will be getting labeling around you from negativity. People will tell you, you're doing that thing, wapi. Expect that. That is when you have started doing the thing. You should be expecting that. But how are you going to overcome it? It is where the question could be right now. The other thing will be fear. You're fearing that, what if it doesn't work out the way I've planned? Or your fear, other words, would be, what if it now works out and I can't control it? How will I overcome the burden and the being busy that will come along with it? We shall get that with time, and we shall also see how we can overcome those. And the other thing is what we call considerations. You want to start something, but you want to consider each and everyone. Like, I want to start this, but now you're considering the weather, you're considering this, you're considering that, you're considering so forth. When you start doing something, expect that there are very many considerations that will come through. Okay? But it shouldn't stop you. You need to push ahead. And the other thing, it's what we call the roadblocks or the obstacles on the way to doing the thing. It is something normal and it happens. And if you're not ready to overcome those things I've listed, you are not likely to continue doing the thing. In other words, you'll stop from where you've started and you'll never go beyond that start. Now, the solution is that you need to get passionate about what you're doing. You see, passion has no clear definition. You only know passion when you are experiencing it and at the moment you've found it. If they say, this guy is very passionate, this guy loves what he or she does, it's not that it is a defined word. It is about how that person feels when he or she is doing that thing. Meaning that for you to overcome all those above challenges I've mentioned earlier, you need to get passionate about what you're doing. because someone with passion is equal to the thousands and thousands of people with ambitions. There are people who have just gotten ambition. I want to be this, I want to do it, and they've never acted. Why? Because they're not passionate about it. But as you have started something, start being passionate about that thing. Start falling in love with that thing. Okay? Because if you don't love it anyway, chances are that you'll quit on the way. Meaning that passion is one key thing for you to get going, for you to, be outstanding, for you to go beyond the limits of what you want to do, or for you to do the thing. The other you need to know is that as you have started doing the thing, be aware of the symbol you are. I'm giving you an example of a pastor. If a pastor decides, or if someone decides that I want to be a pastor, guess some things that he has to do? First, it's not starting a church. It's not having multitude of Christians. It is not having followers. It's not about, being connected to the Bazungu or stuff like that. No. You first start by building your character and having a noble principle within the line of being a pastor. Let me explain this. You realize that you need to be someone. You realize that you have started something, meaning that you need to set principles that governs your purpose in doing that thing. From the principles you're going to be having, what people will be expecting of you versus what you're expecting of yourself, the principles that will guide you to do the thing. That is one thing you have to come up with. First, is being passionate. Second, is coming up with your principles. Because you're already a symbol there. You have become a symbol already in doing that thing. Meaning that the community will be expecting you now to have certain principles and characters related to that thing you've started. Okay? If you've started being a pastor, the community or Christians will expect you to behave like the pastor behaves. If someone gets married, he or she will be expected to be behaving like married people. I'm just giving you an example. In that, when I decide to get married, there is what the community, the parents of the lady, or even my children will be expecting of me as the head of the family. Meaning that you need to come with principles and characters related to that thing you've started. And last but not least, when you start, the good news is this. The good news, and I believe this will be a very perfect conclusion, is that when you have started, Jim Rohn stated that the why is important, but the how is easy. When you have started something, don't mind about how it will be accomplished, though you should be planning for that. But Jim Rohn states and concludes that the moment someone starts, when you have the importance of why you've started that thing, the how becomes very easy. And I confirm that by this quote. This quote states that the moment you start doing the thing, you will start getting the opportunity it needs for you to push on, or the opportunity you need to push it on. You will get the right people to ensure that it moves on, and you will get the resources needed for you to push it on. This is so fulfilling. When you start doing the thing, it's all those challenges you'll be going through at the time you have started. Just note that as you stay in it, you'll start attracting the opportunities, you'll start attracting the people, and you'll start attracting the resources. Those are three fundamental keys in moving on. You wanted to be, let's say, a footballer. You will start attracting opportunities for playing in a team. You will start attracting people. This could be coaches to train you in order for you to do that thing. And you'll start getting the resources needed for you to do that thing. Meaning that everything that is important and that counts is in having the reason, passionate, and having principle of that thing. That is the elevating moment of this edition. These words are meant to lift you from where you are right now to where you want to be. Because many people have used the same principles, and you equally can use the same principles to get from where you are right now to where you want to be. Don't just rehearse to live, but live in reality. Well, that is it for our elevating moment. Let those words lift you from where you are to where you want to be. But remember, when you start something, let's say you've started a business, expect to get lost. And that loss could be obstacles, roadblocks, considerations, fear, and negativity from people. They will be very negative about what you've started or what you're yet to start. But how do you go past beyond that? Everything starts with a challenge, in case you know that you will be right in point. And for you to go beyond those challenges, you need to be passionate. You need to have your own principles for those things to happen. And as you do it, you are going to attract